Okay, so whenever I watch these big tournaments, random things pop into my head. No, I didn't chart any matches, I didn't get any exact stats, but I just have some things that I think about when I'm watching these matches, and I want to share with you because I really feel like it could help you with your own tennis game. Starting with Ben Shelton's comments on the ball striking that he faced against Alcaraz.
With Sinner, who I've played the most, his ball speed is really high. Never seen anything like it. You don't see anything like it when you're going through the draw. When you play him, it's almost like things are in 2x speed, and I'm usually pretty good at adjusting to that speed. But yeah, it's difficult when a guy's hitting the ball that big, that consistently off of both wings.
Ben Shelton, who's as high ranked as he is, commenting on a player not that far in front of him, how much different and how much heavier and faster the ball speed is. I actually had a good friend who was an NCAA champion, got close to the top 100 in the world, had a really good run at the US Open and ended up playing Rafael Nadal the second round of the US Open. And I ended up getting a chance to talk to him about playing Rafael Nadal, and I thought he would say things about like his determination and his grit and his speed, but the one thing that really stuck out to him was the ball coming off his racket. He was just like, Jeff, you're not going to believe the heaviness of the ball coming off Nadal's racket. And I just think it's really a testament to ball striking and how important it is to improve your level of tennis. And it's why I'm so big on high-speed video and really getting people to understand how the ball interacts with the strings. Any of these things that you're trying to do or you hear are all detrimental to your ball striking. Roll over the ball, hit into the ball, come to contact, and then snap your wrist. None of this is possible, and all of this is going to either make it more timing or slow your swing down through contact. It's actually much simpler than that if you understand that there's really nothing you can do during that 4 to 6 1/1000ths of a second with the ball. Now, when I tell people this, they'll undoubtedly send me a shot of Federer where the ball hits the bottom of the racket, and Federer is so loose that the racket will deflect over, but that's the impact of the ball. That's not a pro trying to snap during 5 1/1000ths of a second over the top of it. So it's simpler than you think, but you just have to understand where we're coming from. I've never had a beginner not want to scoop under the ball to elevate it. So just, again, really understanding ball striking, filming yourself at high speed from the side, really pay attention to that. So we have all these things, and people say we become over technical, but the real problem is we're not worried on the technique that matters. And that's really that immediately before and after contact, how that racket face is behaving. So if you really analyze that on yourself, it can help your ball striking, and in my opinion, that's really going to up your level of tennis. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Iga Swiatek. Super impressed with her. Couple things about her game. One, obviously she's making a change on her serve. She used to really take that racket back on edge in the trophy position, and now she's just starting from that palm down hairbrush position to make sure that racket doesn't go down towards her back, but that it comes out and around away from her back. This is super important to let your shoulder get fully externally rotated. The racket doesn't come from your back. Trying to hit up, all these things are going to prevent you from hitting a bigger serve. Swiatek found that out. She's making the change. Now, if she did go into her whole motion again, she probably wouldn't bring it back on edge. She'd probably kind of go back into that hairbrush. So I wouldn't be surprised if she goes back into her full motion and that's fixed. The other thing she was doing is lifting more. One of my gripes with Swiatek was always that she seemed to be in the stay down club where she really tried to keep her legs bent through the hit. And again, I just can't get on board with that. I think tennis is a lifting sport. You know, trying to stay down, I think it causes injury. It works against what your racket wants to do. Now, that being said, Swiatek's also really good on only lifting until her racket's traveling as fast and then getting back down to recover, and then knowing when not to lift, when you're just redirecting the ball. But fundamentally, tennis is a lifting sport, and I thought she did a better job of lifting. Possibly two changes that even someone as high ranked as her made in her own game. So I encourage you to not be afraid to make changes in your own game. Again, it has to be the important changes, but look at your fundamentals. So few coaches really know what valuable fundamentals are, so take your time, film yourself, and I think it's well worth making the right changes. Speaking of which, before I get to the Alcaraz Sinner final, which I want to talk a little bit about, I have completed a lot of courses on my website, victorytennisprograms.com. It's almost a complete pathway now. I got serve fundamentals, forehand fundamentals, backhand fundamentals, and then the slice backhands in there. And then I also have core singles tennis training. So I still have to finish volley fundamentals and core doubles training, but basically I have a little bundle to really get you started in tennis and help you keep improving throughout the lifespan of your tennis game. So I'm launching that as a bundle. I'd love you to become a part of the Brain Trust. If you email me, jeff@jefflewistennis.com or coachjeffl@hotmail.com, I'll email you back a code to get 30% off of that. And for a limited time, I'm gonna throw in a free video analysis. So email me, jeff@jefflewistennis.com or coachjeffl@hotmail.com, and I'm gonna send you a code that's gonna get you 30% off and is also going to get you a free analysis while supplies last. I can only do so many of them. Okay, so finally, let's go to the Alcaraz-Sinner match. Now, I have no way of proving this. I didn't get a chance to write it on Facebook, but I, in my head, did have Sinner in 4. I know it's easy to say, but let me tell you why. Just to put it bluntly, Alcaraz is fast. He likes to hit his forehand, where Sinner likes to stay in the pocket more, doesn't mind hitting his backhand as much. Grass is just too fast to try to take yourself out of position to try to hit that forehand. And when it comes to this level of tennis, we're talking about just a handful of points to make the difference. Those little things is really all you need. So Alcaraz not serving quite as well, Sinner serving a little better. And then again, yeah, I love to teach my players to stay into the pocket. I honestly believe the inside-out forehand is one of the most overrated shots in tennis. I don't know why you even need to work on it. I mean, anyone who's been in player development knows that everybody wants to run around the backhand. The brain relates to the dominant palm. People just naturally run around their backhand. Your goal should be to get the people to hold the middle and hit their backhand. Now, I'm not saying there's not a time to run around it, but I think the best players use their forehand as an option, not as the default. And I think Djokovic does the same thing where he'll run around his backhand, but he looks to hit the backhand first, and then if he has time, he'll run around and hit the forehand. And intrinsically, the balls you should be running around are the ones you have time to run around. Now, Alcaraz can get away with that on clay because he's so fast and athletic, but grass court's gonna be a lot tougher. And I truly believe that we'll see, Sinner's game is more equipped for faster courts, and I feel like hard court, grass court. Also, just think about if you want to play college tennis, if you're a younger player, you want to have an all-court game anyway, a game that's more designed to win at singles and doubles. That's what college coaches are looking for. You're going to be playing more on hard court regardless. But yeah, I'd rather have a game designed for grass and hard, where I'm not trying to run around my backhand every chance I get and then have to figure out how to do better on clay, than have a game that's just designed for me to have to run really fast and then not be able to win on faster surfaces. So anyway, obviously, 2 great players who we have a long time to get to watch, but let me know if anything interesting popped into your mind during Wimbledon. I'd love to hear it down in the comments. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.